Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then don't forget to subscribe down below, but without much further ado, let's get on with the video. Today I thought I would share with you a couple of story times that I've collected over the few years of me being in compulsory education, because next week it all ends. I am leaving sixth form next week. It is my last day on Friday. I'm very confused by this fact because that means that it will be my birthday the week after. Then I'm 18 and then university is in like 2 months. What's going on? I don't know. But I have had a couple of funny, weird, annoying experiences over the past 7 years of my life, so I thought I would share them with you. I think we should start with year 7. So in year 7 I looked like this, and as my potato phase was in full swing, a couple of funny things happened. The first one being in class one day. It was registration. I was sitting next to Rowan, you guys know Rowan, and for some reason we decided to stroke each other's hands. Now, this may sound extremely weird, but honestly, for us, it wasn't. So basically, I put my hand on the table like this. Rowan then put his hand on top of my hand and did this. That's not a weird, well, it's a weird thing to see, but it's not a weird thing and needing to be told off for thing, is it? No. What did my form tutor do? She gave us detention for that. That was all that happened, and to this day it's one of the funniest things, because why was I told off? The second story was also in year 7. I had just finished lunch and I had a pot of grapes, and when we went into form I decided to finish the grapes and I put one in my mouth. My form tutor looked at me and was like, "Amelia, are you eating?" And I looked at her in all seriousness with a grape in my mouth and just went, "I'm just finishing off my grape." And to this day, I still don't know why, but it is the funniest thing that has ever happened in my entire education. Next story. Now, if you don't know me, I am not a physical person. I absolutely detested PE, i.e. physical education. Any time that I could get out of it, I would get out of it. And there was one time I didn't get out of this lesson, and we had these hideous jogger bottoms that really were not stretchy, but I didn't like my legs, so I never wore the shorts. So in these jogger bottoms, we were doing yoga, and we were on one of those mats, you know, the mats that you get in schools, and I decided that I was going to jump down and sit on the mat. As I jumped down and sat on the mat, I heard this massive bang, and I was like, oh my god, what was that? Thinking that it was just the mat slapping the floor. Turns out I had ripped all the way down my butt on these trousers, and I was just mortified. It was really funny, don't get me wrong, but at the same time I was like, oh my god. And what made it even better and even more mortifying was the fact that just as I did it, every single boy in my year that was doing PE that hour was walking past the window, and I was just like, what? Why? The next story took place in art. Now I just remembered another story from art. I'll tell that in 2 seconds. Basically what happened was someone thought it'd be funny to put a rubber on someone else's head, and then that someone who had the rubber on their head did not notice that they had a rubber on their head. Now, because this person did not notice the object on their head, everyone in the class started laughing. I was late to the joke. I looked around and I started laughing. Bear in mind, everyone had already started laughing. When I started laughing, my teacher looked at me and went, "Amelia, out!" And I got detention. I had to fill in one of those forms that said, what were you doing? How are you going to prove, next time, blah, blah, blah. And basically I just wrote, I was laughing at a kid with a rubber on his head. What will I do next time? Not laugh at a kid with a rubber on his head. Did this affect anyone? Well, no, because everyone was laughing. The other story with that art teacher was I just got my braces. I had these braces in, and I had the retainer thing, so you know, the mouth things that go on your mouth and they restrict you from being able to talk. Now, this was the first day of me wearing these retainers, so I hadn't got into the swing of being able to talk yet. And I was in my art lesson and we were asked to read some things out, and I didn't think I'd get picked on because my teacher knew that I'd just got braces. She looked at me and was like, "Amelia, do you want to read the next bit?" And I, with my inability to speak, went, "I'm sorry, miss, but I can't talk properly." And what did she do? "Yes, you can, Amelia. Do it." Everyone in my class had sympathy for me, I hope. But I had to read like a paragraph while talking like this. Why did my teacher hate me? I don't know. Thank you, random art teacher, for being mean to me and making me look like an idiot. Well, more of an idiot than I usually am. Now we come to the last two stories of this video. I love drama. I absolutely love drama. I love acting. I love directing, as you guys all know. I love everything about drama. The past 2 years have not been the best time, especially not in this past few months. I'm not gonna lie, I have had a terrible, terrible time with my teachers. That's a whole other story. I could go off on one, but I'm not going to here. Maybe in the future I might. There are so many annoying stories that I could tell to you, but today I chose two, and these are two of my favourites. The first one, we will go all the way back to GCSE year. And actually, today is the day that I did my GCSE exam. I'm a witch. How did I do this? But basically, in my GCSE exam, Serafina, you guys know her, she had a part in the piece where she had to take a cupcake from someone, and this person had laced the cupcake with really gross stuff to make her ill, and she had to pretend that she enjoyed this cupcake. But basically, what was meant to happen was she was meant to eat the cupcake and go, that's disgusting, and then the friend go, but I made that for you, and then she go, oh no, it's okay, it tastes great, it's amazing, wow, thank you, and then be grateful for this gross cupcake. We bought cupcakes and they had frosting on them so they could stick to things, and we didn't really think about it before the piece, but when Sarah threw the cupcake on the floor, it just went and splattered right onto the drama floor, and we just kind of looked down at it like... Luckily, it was part of my character that I could laugh at the stupidity of Sarah's character, so I was laughing actually at the splatting sound, but was able to play it off as me laughing at her character. But what made it so much funnier was when Sarah had to pick it up off the ground to go, oh no, it's actually great, I love it, because it stuck to the drama studio. When she went to pick it up, it just didn't work, and she had to like scrape it up and be like, oh no, that's amazing, thank you, oh wow, oh okay, thank you. And it was just this massive mess. And the next story, and I think this is a good one to end with. Everyone knows this story now. I'm not going to name any names, but for this instance, I'm going to call this teacher Windermere, because I'm doing Lady Windermere's fan and I think it's fitting. Basically, if you don't know A-level drama, you're allowed to choose your technique, and I chose directing. That's what I want to do. I know I want to do that because I want to go on to direct, so I want to get experience in directing. So it came to when we were sitting down talking about what technique we wanted to do, and I said I wanted to direct. Now, Windermere turned to me and went, oh, I know you, and I just, it's not for you. And I sat there and I was like, sorry? But the thing that angered me so much was the fact that she was saying, she knows me. She knows me, and she knows that it's not for me. Directing isn't something that is for me. And really, this teacher had only known me about a year at the most, and the people around me who I'd literally met like a week before were like, well, if she wants to direct, she can direct. Now they are some of my best friends, so they understood me. But Windermere just could not stop saying, I don't think it'll work, you're not really loud enough, you don't really talk enough. Just because I'm not verbally saying every idea that's in my head does not mean I don't have any. I think for a first time doing it, I did a pretty good job. We all got A's, so evidently I did something right. I even said, but miss, I'm going to go on to do directing in university, and she went, no, I know you, and I don't think it's for you. It's not for you. And then my other teacher, let's call him Eddie, because also I'm doing a view from the bridge. Eddie was like, oh no, Amelia can do it, Amelia's a good director, and Windermere was like, oh, but no. And then Eddie was like, oh yeah, maybe no. So Windermere put Eddie down when it came to me, okay? And this Eddie had been my teacher for years in drama, okay? And suddenly, because Windermere said that it wasn't for me, Eddie also changed his mind and said it wasn't for me. But you know what? I proved them wrong. If you're gonna take anything from this kerfuffle of a video, then please let it be this. If a teacher tells you that you can't do something, or maybe it's not the best idea to do it like that, when you know that you can do it and you want to do it and you think you can succeed in it, you can do one of two things. You can either give up, walk away and be like, yeah, my teacher is right, I couldn't do it. Or you can do what I did and carry on and put them down and show them that you can do it. Why have I gone into like a motivational speech? I don't know what's going on, but I just hate when someone tells me I can't do something when I know that I can, because I put enough effort in. Teacher puts you down, kick them in the face. Don't literally kick them in the face, just kick them in the face by winning. If you enjoyed this mess of a video, then please do not forget to subscribe just here. Also go and click one of these 2 videos. One of them is my previous video, the other one is recommended for you. So go and watch that. Also do not forget to click the bell on your screen so you're notified every single time I make a video. But until next time, bye!